Hey, welcome back. So what I want to do today is I want to do a quick little lesson on how do we create another local HTML file and link it to an existing HTML, fill out the link, and also how do we move our style from internal CSS to an external CSS file, and the reasons for that. So here's the quick little web page I have linked up. As you can see in it right now, excuse me one second. All right, as you can see, I have a website. None of these links go anywhere, but I have a body to my HTML. There's a header, and then there is a unordered list of links. Each of these going nowhere, but they're not dead links. They're not dead links. They are self-referential links. So this is, I know I want to link here later. Let's do that. So the first thing I want to do is let's make a new page. So I want to show you something real quick. If I open up File Explorer, again, here is my thing. You will see that I have my index file here and I have a style sheet and it's currently empty, okay? So I want to make another file here. I could easily right click here, say new, do a new text document. And I can name that text document what I want and make sure that I give it the .html extension. But there's a whole lot easier way to do it. I could just come in here and do file, new, and then like right here, we can just say file, save, and let's go ahead and save this as fight.html. Okay, so now it's noticed it's an HTML document. If you were smart at this time, you could go to your template, but I'm just going to do it from hand. So we know we need an HTML, right? And we know in that HTML we need a head, right? And inside this you also need a body, right? Since we're going to be making good code here, and I didn't do this on the one, we know the language we're writing in is going to be English. So it's good validation right there. And inside our head we know that we need a title, and the title of this is going to be fight. So let's put some stuff in the body real quick. I hit save. Let's make sure that we're, notice nothing is showing up, right? And the reason nothing is showing up is because I don't have anything yet in the body. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's give myself a heading. And you are in a fight. Cool. And let's make a paragraph. And that paragraph says, do you even know how to throw a punch? Oops. Let's make sure we spell right. Do you even know how to throw a punch? Question mark. Right? Control save. Come over here. Refresh. Boom. Nice, easy HTML. So here we go. We have our index. We have our fight. We have our index. Let's turn on the. There we go. Turn on autocomplete so we can see it. So index, fight, index, fight. Cool. So what I want to happen now is when I click the fight button, I want to go to my fight page. Well, this is not hard to do. I'm simply going to come in here and say /, which means from the current directory. Well, guess what? From the current directory, where is this file I want to link to? Well, it's right there. It is fight.html. So now when I click fight, it takes me there. But how am I going to get back? Well, I could hit the back button, but that's hostile and not appropriate for the user. So let's go back to my fight page and let's just throw another paragraph in here. The A tag is an inline tag. It needs to be in a block level element. You can't just throw an A tag out there. It has to be inside something. So in this A tag, let's make a A tag href again. Where do I want to go? I want to go back to the index, right? And then what I'm going to do here is I say, I don't know, go home. Cool. Control save. Should be auto updating. Cool. And so now, can I go home? Yep. Can I go to the fight? Yep. Can I go home? Can I go to the fight? Yes. Notice these other ones still don't work. Cool. That's working pretty well. So we just created a new HTML document. Yay. We made a link in our index page so that when I click fight, it goes to the fight page. And from our fight page here, when we click on the link, it goes home. It looks like everything's working, except one page has all my style. One page has all my style, and the other one doesn't. Well, one way of dealing with that is I could just come over here, make a style section like we've done before. I don't know, paragraph, what do I want to do? I can do paragraph as a background color of azul, semicolon, close out our brackets because we are good people who do that sort of thing. And you see, index, fight, here we go. A lot going on. Let's kind of clean things up a little bit. So here's my fight page, go home, go to fight. Did I even save this? Let's find out. Control save. It's in the style section. All right, when in doubt, close it down, start it back up, make sure we're working right. Yeah, you can see that there. It's very faint, but you can see the light blue under it, right? I even can do, as we said, I can do body, background, color of the body. We can go to this biscuit, and there, much more visible. But I want it to have the same style as this. I mean, yeah, I can copy and paste all of that, but what if I want to make some changes later down the road? It makes more sense to have a single style file and reuse it on each HTML page as opposed to having every HTML page have its own style. So that's what we do next. Again, let me show you this file structure as I have an index HTML, I have a fight one, and I have a link that links them between the two. So when I click on the link, it loads this one in, and when I click the link, it goes back. But I do have this style folder. So let's deal with that. Let's deal with it that way. So in my style folder right here, I'm going to make a new file. And this new file is going to be my style.css file. Okay. Right? There's my style.css file. And so, you know, I already have the style I like. So why don't I just come in here, select it all. Notice I am not selecting line 6, and I am not selecting line 28. I'm only selecting the style inside. I'm going to cut all that stuff out. I'm going to come paste it into here. Notice I just made a mistake, but I'm going to come paste it into here. Cool. And then I have a little trick I'm going to pull to make this all clean. I'm going to, yeah, there we go. You could do that by hand. You probably should do it by hand so it looks better, but I chose to do it with the extension that I had downloaded. So now I have this. Everything is nice. I can actually come up here and get paranoid and save all my files. So here's my index. Here's my fight. Here's my style. Here's my index. And you will notice my color is gone. I no longer have any style here. Oh, that's not an improvement. Well, let's fix that. So what we're going to do is now we're going to link to an external CSS file. So use a link. And when you do a link, there's 3 things that need it. You need an href. I'm going to come back to this in a moment. This is the tricky part. The href is the tricky part. But you also need to know what the relationship is. And the relationship here is that this is a style sheet. The relationship is this is a style sheet. The other thing you're going to need to do is what type of file this is. And the type of file this is a text CSS file. Okay? So nothing's going to work yet because I haven't told it where it's linking to. Again, this works, but the style's not here. So where is my CSS file? I could try just going style.css, but that's not going to work. In fact, there's going to be errors on this page if I inspect the page. There's going to be errors because it's just not linking to it. So that's not what we want. Where is this thing is located? It's located in my, here, I'll start all from the beginning so you can watch this. I'm gonna go // because // means from the current directory. From the current directory, I'm gonna go into my style folder, right there. So I'm gonna go into the style folder. And inside my style folder, I am gonna select the style.css file. And suddenly it is here. But you notice when I click here, that's weird to have your website have different style for every page. Well, if we come over to our fight one, again, we don't want this anymore. I can come here, I can take this style that I've written right here, copy this same piece of code, and paste it in here. So now, when we go to the fight page, all my websites will have the same exact style to them. So how did we do today? Did we create and link another local HTML file? Well, we had index. Did we create the fight HTML file? Yes. And then did we link it down here in my list of links? I think we did. Did we successfully create a CSS file? Notice the CSS file just contains CSS, no HTML. And then inside of here, did we link it to the document so that my style shows up wherever I want it? I think it's successful. Have any questions? Ask me questions, leave a comment, get in touch with me, and we'll see how it does. Hope this was useful.